During these trying times, the health and safety of the student athletes as well as the staff and officials was of paramount importance. We tried to make sure that at all times we were complying with CDC guidelines related to physical distancing as well as all other appropriate COVID-19 precautions. From a facility and overall tournament safety perspective, first and foremost, the players, officials, staff, everyone who was going to come onto the site had to fill out daily a COVID-19 questionnaire to ensure that they had no COVID-19 symptoms and that they had no exposures, and that also that they were feeling healthy and safe that day. Likewise, the tournament had a reduced draw and made sure that we had only the number of players that we could safely manage for a tournament. Additionally, there were hand sanitizers located throughout the facility, as well as players were instructed, as well as officials and staff, that they should have their masks on at all times. Physical distancing was maintained throughout the entire tournament. There was an enormous amount of signage everywhere reminding people to keep their mask on and to maintain a safe distance, as well as there were extra shifts of cleaning happening to the bathroom, to the locker room, to all the common areas in the facility. For this tournament, we tried to have the maximum amount of physical distancing and safety precautions in place to ensure that we can conduct the tournament in the safest possible manner. For example, the players were instructed in the pre-match that was conducted at least 6 feet apart. They were also instructed post-match that they wouldn't shake hands, they would just tap a racket. And there was just an acknowledgement without a handshake to the official. All officials on court were required to use a face mask at all times, and the players were required to use a face mask while coming on and off court. The only time the face mask could come off was during play. We also did not provide food or towels to the players. They had to bring their own and have it available. There was no common sharing areas. Throughout the court, including all entrances to the court, there was a hand sanitizer station, and then both the official and the staff wiped down the courts after every match and before every match, just to make sure that we were trying to provide the safest possible environment for the players. Spectators were limited to 2 per player while we were outdoors. When we went indoors for the championship, each player was allowed 1 spectator or coach to observe their play. As well as signage throughout the facility marked ingress and egress so that we had a flow and there was not a lot of areas where people were intermixing or overlapping. Also throughout the facility, we were enforcing masks on all spectators and anyone on staff or the officials. We created a bubble over the collegiate facility so that the collegiate facility stood alone and that it was only our players, our officials, our staff in that facility at all times. And this way it ensured that we didn't interact with all of the other events that were going on at the national campus. It is paramount that we put on not only the best tournament, but the safest tournament possible for everyone.